Hi, this is Vicky Kaushal.
And this is Sarah Jane.
And you're watching
Bollywood Hungama.
खुद से खुद को रिहा दे, अपनी आवाज़ को ज़ुबान दे. Well, that's the ending line of the promo of Zubaan, which really just captures your attention totally. And the promo has been getting excellent response. The movie has been getting a very good response at international forums. And we have with us the star cast with us, Vicky Kaushal and Sarah Jane. Huge pleasure to have you guys on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you for
having us. Thank you, Faridoon.
And congratulations for Angry Indian Goddesses, and you for Masaan.
Thank you.
And now, when I saw the promo, it's something which is really unusual. Mm-hmm. And I've personally known people who tend to stammer, but they're very good singers.
Right.
And I think it's psychologically proven and scientifically proven as well.
Yeah.
How was the experience of doing this film? Apparently, this was the film that you did before Masaan.
Yes.
So
I signed Zubaan before Masaan. I finished the shooting of Zubaan before even auditioning for Masaan. So this in a legit way was my first film as a lead ever.
Correct.
But Masaan was the first film that came out, And Zubaan was incredible in the way that, it talks about a person who's trying to find himself, rediscover himself, going for his dreams, and, try to be an achiever.
Right.
And that's pretty much the story I had while I was shooting this film, Zubaan. I was giving auditions, I was doing theatre, and I didn't know what and where my life was leading up to, and that's when Zubaan came into my life. And it's been a very exciting journey being a part of Zubaan. And like you said, it's about a guy who stammers, but he's an artist, and he's also, he sings and whatever you can figure out from the trailer. But it was a great experience, trying to learn that mindset of it's actually a guy who's running away from music, but through music he realizes and rediscovers his true self, So to play a guy who stammers, so there was a study involved, and I took a training in that, and it took like a reverse training. We had this Dr. Ajit in Pune, and he was a speech therapist. So I used to sit through his sessions, meet his patients, interact with them, and I got to know a lot of technicalities related to stammering, how much do you stammer when you're excited, or you're nervous, or you're happy, or you're sad, or like when you take proper nouns. Proper nouns are a real trouble for us, or for a person who stammers. Right. Because there's no other alternate for Faridoon or Vicky or Sarah. So and they also stutter only on specific sounds. For example, a M or an S. So if I stutter on S, I can say Sarah, like I can say Saturday as the day next to Friday. I can do an alternate, but Sarah, I'll always stutter like Sarah. I'll always end up in that anticipation. So getting to know all those technicalities, and also a mindset of a person who's anti-music, who's got a phobia for music, that was a challenge, but it was a very exciting process.
We've not seen you dance so beautifully, I think, yet in any of your.
Moses gave me the wonderful opportunity to prove it.
Right. It was really different, and we just saw the music video as well. And you're a singer,
yes.
And you're a singer in real life as well.
Yes.
How was the experience when something of this sort came your way?
It was a dream come true, honestly. From the very first time that I got the call for the audition, I was not really as nervous as not nervous. I felt already prepared, because they said that, she's a musician in the film. So I felt like half my job was already done, because I know what it feels like to be a musician and to be a performer. And then when I went to the audition as well, it was just, they kind of used these couple of words that seemed very me. And so to be given an opportunity to act and play a musician in the same film was really like a dream platform. It's my first solo lead. I've always been a part of ensemble casts, and it's amazing, honestly.
I think the Hollywood A-listers like Will Smith and Kate Blanchett, Johnny Depp, Matt Damon, all of these guys, they've apparently seen the film and they've really liked it. Now, this seems to be like a bit of a first, because the movie has not released in India, and it's getting such sort of appreciation. Does it just make you feel good because this is your second film that is going to see the theatres? Does it make you feel heartened somehow that such people are having such sort of appreciation?
No, it's actually, as artists we just enjoy the process and we just make it with all our heart, and then we just present it to the audience, and the way the audience reacts to it, it's completely their prerogative, and we just have to accept it, you know. Fortunately for Zubaan, it's all been positive in terms of going to the Busan International Film Festival, opening the festival, going to the Palm Spring Festival, where we got good response from A-lister Hollywood celebrities, like you mentioned, Will Smith and, you know, Johnny Depp. So it's all been great till now, but it's not a pressure that we have, you know, it's just something
Not
that
a
we
pressure,
made.
but the idea is that that if such people, if they're appreciating your work, so that must be heartening, because this is the second film that is going
Of course,
to...
of course,
So
we
I'm saying
feel
from that
good.
perspective.
Of course we feel good, and we feel really, like, our morale gets really boosted, you know, when you make something, and it's a film where, you know, most of us are new, we're fresh, like Moses is a debutant director, this was my first film which I acted as a lead, you know, and to get such kind of a response, it's always great, you know, it just lifts you up, you know, lifts your spirits up, so that's
Right.
good.
Sarah Jane Rice, what was your reaction when you came to know that Vicky Kaushal, he's the son of an action director, a prominent action director in Bollywood, and instead of looking like that hunky and those muscled and
He looked
chiseled,
very hunky when I saw him for the
he
first time.
he must have. But in terms of someone who's willing to take reverse speech therapy classes for stammering,
You know, to be
so
honest
that
with
seems
you,
a bit of a...
No, so the reason I'm interrupting you is because I didn't know any of this when I met him for the first time. Because Moses had been on an endless journey to try and find this boy, to find Dilsher. And the first time I met Vicky we were both thrown into a photo shoot together. I knew him just as Vicky, that's it. I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know how much he would have, could have, might prepare. I didn't know anything. And I met him, and what I think struck me immediately was how earnest he was, and how he had just come into that photo shoot as Dilsher in his Sardar avatar. And it was just so convincing from the very first time I met him. And I felt things that perhaps Ameera would have to feel in the film. It just came naturally, and that actually was my first impression. Then I found out about all these things, you know, that he had been to the reverse speech therapy, that he was Sham Kaushal's son. And then it became even more difficult to believe that someone who had so much humility came from such great lineage, so to speak, and sort of, you know, so much preparation.
Apart from the fact that the great lineage is there, my question is that someone who's unconventional in terms of, you know, maximum time it happens, most of the time it happens that actor ka beta actor hota hai and director ka beta generally director hota hai.
Right.
This is like the son of an action director, a very, one of the most well-known action directors, and he turns an actor, which is fine. Even Ajay Devgan did. But he's making inroads into what is perceived as parallel cinema in a way, and he's actually just getting into method form of acting instead of just throwing people around.
Honestly,
in terms of action, actually. In terms of acting.
Vicky doesn't carry that around with him. मैं शाम कौशल का बेटा हूँ. It's not something that he is like. Of course, he's happy and proud about it.
Right.
But that does not. He never wears it.
I came to know today morning that he is.
Because that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have that attitude. You know, he doesn't walk around with that. Because I'm a somebody. He is the kind of person who will step into the room, perform, and then you will automatically treat him as a somebody based on that performance. It has nothing to do with where he came from, what he did yesterday, what he's going to do tomorrow. He's very much a person who lives in the present, and what he does in the present is enough for you to treat him with that respect and that sort of, you know.
That's that sweet of you. Thank you.
It's how I feel.
And apparently, your director has a Jennifer Lopez fixation. He wanted some of it.
Doesn't everyone?
Huh?
Doesn't everybody?
But people can have different sort of fixations.
He's sitting off camera, by the way.
I know. I'm absolutely fine.
It's not. It's, you know. It's. Let's not call it a fixation. Let's call it an inspiration.
Inspiration.
Right.
Okay.
That's because we wanted Ameera to carry a sort of Indo-Western style.
Even the dancing style, I think, is somewhat similar. Is it?
I love it. It's kind of hip hop.
It's somewhat.
It's so my thing.
Right.
It's so grungy hip hop, sort of freestyle, which is really my thing.
Right. Apparently, your director, he had a stammering problem as well. And is it autobiographical? Is this something emanating from his personal space?
It's not. It's not actually. I won't say it's autobiographical, but the story is very personal to him.
Right.
It's not. Dilsher is not based on Moses. but it is very personal, and the kind of he is a believer, you know. He has a lot of faith in spirituality, and he has a lot of faith in human relationships, and you know, it's coming from there, you know, what he believes in, you know, his spirituality and everything. The story and the characters are coming from there. It's not an autobiographical, but the characters and the story are really close to his heart.
The dilemma that your character faces, what we're seeing in the beginning of the promo, is that how, because of a disability, he's facing rejection, and the ridicule has been there. And now we've seen that in a lot of movies.
Right.
So how is Zubaan different?
Because the film is not about a person who stutters. It's not about a person who stammers. The film, the complexities are much deeper and different than just stuttering. It happens to be one of the defects in him, if I can say so, but the complexity is about like how me, you, or anybody else, you know, we go through this, we wake up in the morning and we're already a part of a rat race. You know, we are living a life, but in the back of the head we sometimes realize we are not meant to do this. We are following a dream which I think falls into the rule book, so we are doing that, but it's not, sometimes we just realize it's not what I want to do, it's not me, you know. So like me, my journey, I was an engineer, you know, I did my engineering graduation, but early on I realized this is not what I want to do, this is not what I meant to do. Sure. And I want to be an actor. I realized that early on in my life, but many people don't, you know, they live with that fact कि यार ये मुझे करना नहीं है, मैं कर रहा हूँ, मुझे घर चलाना है, but I want to be this, I want to do that. So it's a story about such kind of a person who is pursuing his dreams, what he feels are his dreams, but he, like along this journey he realizes he's somebody else, you know. He needs to be that, and he's lying to himself, and that's how he rediscovers himself through music, you know. That's his complexity, that's his conflict in the film, you know, and that's how I think it's different, and it's also at the same time very relatable also.
Okay, very interesting. Since it's called a musical, so could you tell us more about the music, who's given the music, and what sort of songs are you having?
Ashu Pathak has done the music for the film. Ashu runs this wonderful this institute called the True School of Music, which I actually went to for a 3-month pro vocal course before I did the film. And not only is he this amazing person who is, you know, does everything to promote and sort of help music, he's also a wonderful musician himself. So he's lent the music, he's made the music for the film, and him and Moses have had many, obviously, meetings and conversations about what it needed to sound like, and it really is a fusion of different sounds. So there is a Qawwali hip hop in it. Even this song, Music Is My Art, you can hear different sounds in there in one song. Of course, it's an out and out disco song, but it's got, the influences are great. And the most interesting part about this film is that the songs are part of the narrative. They lend to the script, and they come into the script at times when you need to take a carry forward. Ameera's meant to be like the sunshine girl. She's meant to be his respite. She's meant to be the personification of music in the film, and that's when the songs come in. So Ameera, there's no real separation between Ameera's character and the music of the film, honestly. And that, because that is actually a really, I mean, you know, if you watch a silent film is so much more different from a film with sound.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
So if you watch this film, what happens is that you find yourself being inspired, and you find yourself being drawn and taken on this journey with the boy. You see why Dilsher leaves what he is doing and moves toward wanting to pursue his dreams through music, because the music brings it out in not just him but even in people watching, and we've actually seen this happening. So it's I mean, that's why the tagline of the film is "Find Your Music." You know, it really is like that. And I mean, everyone has a favorite song. Everyone has, you know, times when you shut down, turn your headphones on, and turn the world off.
Absolutely.
Right? Music has that power.
No, absolutely. It's looking very interesting. Okay, now Sarah and Vicky, since you guys are, I think, playing a very important role in each other's lives in the movie, we are having this quiz that which is how well do you know each other, considering that you discover each other. So let's we'll start with ladies first, if you allow.
Of course.
In which city is the film Masaan set?
Oh God! And I know this. It's by the ghats in Ganga.
Varanasi. All right. Who played Vicky's love interest in Masaan?
Richa Chadda eventually, but I mean, should I say Richa?
No. But that comes much later. Basically,
But
it's like
technically, she is your love.
no,
Shweta.
Shweta.
But
Shweta Tripathi.
okay, but in my head, okay, whatever, fine.
Shweta Tripathi.
They're both love interests.
Two out of two, which is very nice.
Wow.
Which stream did Vicky choose as a college student?
Which?
What?
Engineering.
Engineering.
Wow, man.
Okay.
Suddenly I'm feeling pressurized.
Balloon or heart-shaped cake or love letter written in blood. Which out of these played a significant part in Masaan?
Balloon.
My God.
Wow.
4 out of 4. Who composed the songs in Masaan?
I don't know this.
Should I answer?
I do know this.
You know, it's like if you think about water bodies.
Eh? I'm sorry, it's going way
It's
off my
actually the
head.
name of a water body.
Water body?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the sense, the biggest
It's actually a
water
proper
bodies.
noun, like.
Biggest water body.
You guys are throwing me off entirely.
Indian Ocean.
Indian Ocean composed the whole soundtrack?
Yeah. 3
okay,
songs.
I did not
yes.
know this at all.
Okay.
Wow, that's insane.
Alright, so 4 out of 5 still, I think it's quite a achievement, I must say that.
Great.
Vicky Kaushal, now it's your turn. Brace yourself. Name Sara's first film in Bollywood.
Game.
Alright, what was Sara called in O Teri?
I think I forgot.
What was Sarah called in Utteri? She was a you were a news reporter, right?
What was
No?
she
Yes.
called?
You were a-
In terms of-
Oh! Yes! Oh, you were saying Oh Tere Tere another film. Yes, I was a news reporter.
She was a news reporter. Now I haven't seen
It's one of
Utteri,
the,
so
okay, we'll give him clues because you guys need clues.
I'll give him.
I haven't seen the-
I'll
give
give
him
him clue.
Give him a clue.
I'll give him a clue. Basically, we have seasons.
right.
So, that's one of the name was after one of the seasons.
In English or Hindi?
इतना बता
अच्छा,
If
इतना
you
नहीं।
were in Bengal, in Calcutta in this season,
हाँ. Rains. Oh.
Yeah.
Rains, barish.
season,
season,
which is very typical of India.
which goes on forever and you have to
Varsha.
wait on-
Varsha.
But that's not bad.
What is
Monsoon.
Monsoon, yeah.
Monsoon.
But he's, oh, you
Okay,
called
but
monsoon.
you
in the
can't-
film?
Name तो आप नहीं कर सकते हो. Varsha and
correct,
monsoon.
correct, that's
So
right.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
sorry to
called
say, but
monsoon.
it's 1 out of 2.
Okay.
You still have-
Fair enough.
Name the sex comedy that featured Sara.
क्या super cool है?
2 out of 3. Who played Sara's love interest in Angry Indian Goddesses?
You know this.
Of course I know.
Of course you will.
What's her name? Tamasha Chachi.
Okay.
I love her.
3 out of
Outstanding.
4. So not bad.
Yeah.
You can still get just
Equal.
tie
Equal,
with it.
equal.
What was Sara's profession in Angry Indian Goddesses?
She was a photographer.
4 out of 5.
कितने अच्छे कोच आते हैं हम.
So we'll have to have like a tiebreaker question actually.
Yes, I agree. I love this game. Let's do it.
We'll have to have a
Let's do
tiebreaker.
it. Let's do it.
But the
I love
question
thinking
that I'm
Faridoon
having
is so
for
much fun.
you
Yes.
is very easy actually. See?
Must
It's
be
very
fun.
easy actually. Then I have to think of some other question. You want to ask her because you know the question that I'm having is she can answer it like
Okay,
this.
okay, let me
Because
think
the
of a
question is
question.
named Vicky's father, so you can
Okay.
she can answer it very
Yeah,
easily.
yeah.
So if you want to ask her,
I'm already thinking what I'm going to ask you. But
Really? Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'm already thinking.
you can do that.
So you can ask me.
No, I'm thinking. Wait.
Okay.
The question that I'm having for him is quite tough. So you can.
Oh,
rest
so then
assured.
I'm not thinking then.
So you don't worry about that. You ask her a question. Who's Sara's cousin in Hungama?
Huh?
What is Sara's cousin's name in Hungama?
In Hungama?
Yeah.
You just met him.
In Hungama? Kabir? No.
Catholic. Poor guy, his brain will burst.
Okay.
I had my coffee after that meeting, so I was kind of sleepy.
No,
when I met him.
take you.
I mean-
you want to ask her? You want to ask? You want to ask him?
You have a question
You want to
to
ask
ask
her?
me?
You want to ask her?
Yeah, last time.
Like film related or what?
Anything.
So in Masaan.
Okay, I'll ask.
Please do.
I've got another question for her.
Thanks.
But I'm having questions for you. I'm not having her questions for you.
So you
That
asked
is-
in Masaan.
You have
what?
my question for her?
Yeah.
Please do.
No, I'm having
Her
her
question
question
for
for
me.
you.
So you have a question for me. In Masaan what? Tell
Yeah.
me.
In
Masaan,
Masaan, my character starts working eventually in a different city.
Oh shit.
What city is that?
Chandigarh. No.
It's in UP only.
Oh, it's in UP only.
Yeah.
Allahabad.
Oh wow!
Yes. Yes.
Wow!
So we'll have to give her that. We'll have to
She's the winner.
give her that.
Ask me, come on.
Which SRK film featured Sarah in a cameo?
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I saw the film in Banaras while I was shooting for Masaan.
It's getting tougher and tougher.
can't-
I think we'll
yeah,
have to
you can't
settle
break
for
us, man.
a
We're
for a
equal.
tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I think it's great actually. Let's come to rapid fire now. Let's see if you guys can.
This will actually be my
Outwit each
first
other.
rapid fire ever.
Please go ahead. Let's do this. We will start with Vicky.
Yeah, please.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
A singer you admire the most.
Sukhwinder Singh and Gurdas Maan sir.
A song that you love singing.
Any Punjabi song.
An idea that changed your life.
To be an actor and follow my dream.
Your honest first reaction when you realized that Sooraj and not you has won Filmfare Best Debut Award.
I was never expecting because I knew I'm not nominated.
Technically, apparently, you had a release before.
Yes, because Masaan was my debut as a lead, but I had done Love Shafta, Chicken Khurana and Bombay Velvet, but like 2-3 minute roles. But if it's their prerogative that they're counting those films also, it's completely their call and I respect their protocol.
There's a lot is being written about that as well. How are Shweta Tripathi and Sara similar and alike?
They both are full of life, very transparent and very humble.
If you have to react in one word or sentence for the following, Masaan.
One word or sentence.
Yeah.
Masaan, first love.
Moses Singh.
First love.
First love.
Second love.
First love actually.
Technically first love.
Technically first love.
Censor Board.
I mean,
Endless love. Sorry, I'm asking.
She's had endless love with Censor Board recently.
Censor Board, controversial.
Kiku Sharda.
Big fan.
Big fan. Alright, so I think he's done pretty well. So you'll have to match that actually.
I'm really bad at rapid fire.
An actor who should sing more.
Ooh, Ranveer.
Ranveer Singh? Your
He
favorite?
doesn't sing it all right now, but he should.
Yeah, he's done a few ads and all these things as well. Your favorite music artist in India and internationally?
Vishal Dadlani here. Actually, it's a band, Pentagram. And internationally, God, come on, Beyonce.
Okay, an irritating habit of Vicky.
Ooh.
I love it.
Wait. I don't know, irritating is such a negative. No, wait, I will flip this.
Okay.
That he's not, this is not rapid fire or whatever. He doesn't, it hasn't sunk in yet who he is. You know what I mean?
Ah, that's a very nice way of saying it.
Yeah.
Deeper.
Like, काफी, हाँ.
Very good. Okay, true or false? You have to give us an answer the way you feel it. I regret not being part of Kya Kure Hum 3. Do you regret that?
False.
False. Angry Indian goddesses deserve to do better at the box office.
True.
True. Alright. If you're made the censor chief, what changes will you bring?
Oh God. I'm too liberal a person to be made a censor chief.
Right.
Like I'm like okay with everything because I think art for art's sake. Cinema is
Right.
art, right? No matter how you look at it, it's a
Right.
form of expression. I don't understand how you can censor expression. So I'm like probably not such a good person to be.
Okay, a film you regret doing or a film you wished you had done in recent times. Is there any film that you regret doing?
I don't regret doing. I would have loved to have done Tamasha.
Tamasha. Very unconventional choice. Very nice. Alright, so it's very difficult to just decide actually who's the winner here as well. Because I
अच्छा
think
इसमें भी
both of
winner
you-
है.
Yeah, it has to be. Someone
Oh,
has to
really?
give more.
Between the two rounds?
I think both have given like very interesting, in fact, answers, and so I think somewhere you guys have prepared this. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि this is fixed.
I warned him, Faridoon, I told him.
ये सवाल हमारी टीम ने पहले से दे दिए थे.
ये कल हमें सपने में आ गए थे कि फरीदून हमें.
नहीं, हमारी टीम ने पहले से सवाल दे दिए थे शायद, और
ये जो आप पढ़ रहे हैं ना, हमें मिला था. ये जो
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking because they've given such measured answers.
share tweet.
Finally, what are you guys doing next? What is your plan of action like from here on?
After Zubaan, I have just finished.
You've done a film for Anurag Kashyap.
Yes, his next directorial, which is called Raman Raghav 2.0, which
Right.
has Nawaz sir and me in it. And I'm just going to start with my next film in Feb, which is called Man Marziyan. This is Aanand L Rai's
Correct, with
production.
Ayushmann.
And yes, Ayushmann and Bhumi, and Sameer Sharma is the director.
The same guy who did
Love Shafta Ji Fil Quran. Yes.
Okay, very interesting guy. A very interesting writer as well. What are you doing next, Miss Dice?
I actually shot for a film with Gurinder Chadda called Viceroy House.
Right.
And I've signed another film, which I don't know if I can talk about just yet.
Then don't talk.
Yes, I'm not going to talk about it. But I have signed another film.
You have signed another film.
And there's a lot of musically related things that are coming up as well.
Right. So let's end this with a song. If you guys can sing something for us from the
Vicky
movie.
will sing for you.
No, I think both of you should. You're a pro at singing for
Yeah,
Bollywood
she
Hungama
should
in the
sing the
past.
song and I'll add in as a chorus.
Actually, आज गिटार नहीं है तो इस वजह से सारा जो है वो मना कर रही है
Listen,
शायद.
everyone, I don't play the guitar.
You don't play the guitar?
No. Really embarrassing. I was surprised for you with the guitar. I'm like, he's so
Let's
cute. He's
do
like,
it.
मैं actor हूँ. I can pretend like I'm playing a guitar.
No, let's. I think both of you, if you would like to.
So this is one of, I think, perhaps one of my favorite songs in the film. My most favorite song in the film. It's called "Music Is My Art," which you just had the pleasure of watching as well.
No, beautiful. I think it's really nice.
And I'm also going to do an acoustic version of it, which is most exciting.
And you're planning to perform during your promotions as well.
And we're putting a Zubaan band together and promoting the songs by actually performing them live, which is again just like a dream come true because
Right.
I don't know any other artist who does that.
Farhan Akhtar does that.
Yeah, it's very good. Besides Farhan, yes, Farhan also has his own band. Ooh, yeah, I'm in the same likes. This is very cool.
Right.
Anyway, so it's called Music Is My Art and it goes like this. ये दिन देर से जादुओं के फिर से है नियामत रखे तुझे सलामत रखे तुझे सदा Music is my art, music is my home, music is my heart, music is you and me alone.
आधी रातों में जुगनू सा जले. Music is my music is my music is my art.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yay us.
So lovely to have you guys on Bollywood Hungama and eagerly looking forward to Zubaan. I think wonderful title, looks very good. The promos look very
Yes.
good. And the sort of energies that you guys are having, इतनी synchronized energies आप लोगों की हैं कि that हर चीज में tiebreaker हुआ है. So I'm sure that will reflect on screen as well.
Yes.
So looking forward to that and all the best wishes for your
Thank you
future
so
endeavors.
much. Zubaan, 4th of March, guys,
4th of
please.
March, everybody.
Thank you, Faridoon.
Thanks. That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.